I'm coming to you Sunday afternoon, and we are set to watch a playoff game here in the Spring Strat-O-Matic Football Association. And it features the Oakland Raiders and the Washington Redskins, and they have just kicked off, as a matter of fact. So we'll give you some details about both of these teams and who the coaches are and the top players for each one of their teams here in just a moment as they have gotten started. And it looks like Oakland has the ball. And Oakland will start out with a pass that's complete for a first down. We'll open up the cards here. And that first pass was from Ben Roethlisberger, completed to tight end Jason Witten. That went for 16 yards, and it's a first down. Oakland has the ball on their own 39. Here comes a flat pass, guessed wrong. The pass only goes for 3 yards. Roethlisberger once again to Jason Witten. As you can see, Oakland's offense is highlighted on your screen. They are led by Big Ben. They're running a 2 tight end offense right now with Witten and Crockett Gilmore. Here's another pass to Witten. Roethlisberger, it's guessed right. Witten catches it, but it's only a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring 3rd and 5. That's Marcus Wheaton, Travis Benjamin, and John Brown now in the 3 wide set. Sims is in the backfield. Roethlisberger will go under center, looks like. And Washington counters with a 3-3-5. Here comes a flat pass. This one's going to be intended for John Brown. Roethlisberger throws. And the pass falls incomplete as the linebacker in the zone reading came up, and it came up as a 4, and the pass falls incomplete. So Oakland gets 1 first down on their first possession, but has to punt, and will punt it all the way deep in the end zone on a 61-yard punt. So Washington will start out 1st and 10 from their own 20. They come out in the pro set. They are led by Phillip Rivers. Wideouts are Julio Jones and Ruben Randall. They're going to alternate between D'Angelo Williams and LeGarrette Blount. And their first play from scrimmage, they're going to go to Blount. Defense calls pass. And Blount will go straight up the gut and pick up 5 yards on the play. The Washington Redskins are coached by Keith Mowbray, and I'm sorry if I've mispronounced his name, but Keith took his Redskins to a 10-6 mark in the SSFA. On second down, here comes a quick pass to tight end Marcellus Bennett. Defense guesses wrong, and this should rack up some yards. It does. Bennett hauls it in for 5, and that is a first down. So veteran Phillip Rivers leads Keith's team, and Keith finished 10-6. And that's another run, this time to, was that D'Angelo? Nope, that's Carlos Williams. Carlos Williams was a limited carry back last year, but he had an outstanding card. If guessed wrong, if it's on his card, look out. Here comes another run. And that's another run, this time by D'Angelo Williams, and he picks up 7 yards and another first down for the Redskins. Ball at their own 40. Very early in this SSFA playoff game. This is a wild card game featuring the Oakland Raiders and the Washington Redskins. A screen pass to D'Angelo Williams, and it picks up 9. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 1. Oakland finished 9-7, coached by Ron Atkinson. They've got a strong 6-5 cornerback combo and run 6-5-5-4 across the front line in their 4-3. 2nd down pass to Julio Jones. He's correctly double teamed, and the pass will fall incomplete. Nice call by the defense. 2nd and 1. Keith decides nothing to lose. Let's throw deep. But the pass falls incomplete. Here comes a 3rd down run, this time to Carlos Williams. It's guessed right. Oh, excuse me. That was a pass to Carlos Williams. And he picks up 5 and a 1st down for the Redskins. So Carlos Williams, out of the backfield, a 5-yard screen pass from Phillip Rivers. And move the chains. That's the 3rd 1st down on this drive. The Redskins are now in Raider territory. 1st down and 10 from the 46. Here comes a pass to Julio Jones. 3 in the zone. The pass is going to be completed, and Jones is going to pick up 18 yards and another 1st down for Washington. So Keith has his team moving early against the Redskins. Here comes an off-tackle draw. This one's guessed right, which means that Carlos is going to be keyed, and Williams will be hauled down in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Nice call by Ron Atkinson. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball at the Raiders' 30. Rivers under center, 2 tight end offense. Off-tackle run to D'Angelo Williams. It's guessed wrong, but he stopped quickly. Picks up only 1 yard on the play. Off-tackle 6 was rolled, but the offensive tackle to the right is only a 4. So that'll bring up 3rd and 11. I believe Nugent is the kicker for the Redskins, and we'll look that up here in just a moment. 3rd and 11 for the Redskins on the Raiders' 29-yard line. Definitely in field goal range. 3-wide offense. This is Ruben Randall, Julio Jones, and Brian Hartline with Martellus Bennett at tight end. That's D'Angelo Williams in the backfield. Rivers in the shotgun. Here comes a screen pass right to D'Angelo Williams. There is a man in the zone. And the pass will fall incomplete. Nice call. Linebacker stayed at home. So Nugent comes on to kick a 46-yarder. And that kick is going to sail through the uprights, and we have our first score of this SSFA wildcard game between the Redskins and the Raiders. The Redskins are now up 3-0, and Rod Atkinson will now take over for his 2nd possession of the contest. We lost a little bit of animation there, but that means the Raiders will take over 1st down at their 20-yard line. They also are in a 2 tight end offense. On an attempted deep pass to Marcus Wheaton, Roethlisberger is sacked for big yards. That is a 9-yard loss. The sack was by Ezekiel Ansaya. Ansaya is a 12-6 pass rusher from the line, so you don't need to blitz a linebacker to be impactful in this game. It's nice to have those defensive linemen who can rush, and you don't have to risk sticking linebackers up there. So a big play, a 9-yard loss, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Oakland decides to keep it on the ground, get a little bit of yardage back. That's Charles Sims, who picks up 5 yards around the right side off tackle. That'll be 3rd down and 14. Third down and 14. Deep ball is incomplete. That pass was intended for Jason Witten, but the pass falls incomplete. That brings up fourth down. Here comes another punt. Leckler with the kick, and the Redskins are once again in Raider territory. That returner was Marcus Murphy, who brought it back 14 yards. And once again, the Redskins find themselves in Raider territory, 1st and 10. Here comes a pass to Julio Jones. He's correctly double-teamed, but he's going to haul in the short pass for 16 yards. Great call by the Raiders. But sometimes talent wins out. In this case, Rivers finds Julio Jones for his, I think it's his second catch. Yes, second catch for 34 yards. Rivers is hot, 6 for 7, 453 yards. 1st and 10, run to Carlos Williams. Carlos goes nowhere fast. He only picks up 1 yard, and it'll be 2nd down and 9. So the Redskins, once again, find themselves with the ability to put more points on the board. Definitely in field goal range, but looking for more. 2nd and 9. Here comes a run up the middle. Guessed wrong. Carlos Williams picks up 9 on the play, and that will be another 1st down for the Redskins. Ball at the Raiders 18. 2:42 to play in the first quarter of this SSFA wildcard game between the 10-6 Washington Redskins and the 9-7 Oakland Raiders. This is Keith Mowbray coaching the Redskins. And that's a quick pass, and it only gets a yard. This time Rivers finds Bennett, but it only picks up 1 yard on the flat pass, and we have 2nd down and 9. Here comes a curl pass to Julio Jones, 4 in the zone. It's guessed right, and that'll pick up 15 yards, and Julio Jones will bring it all the way to the 2-yard line of the Oakland Raiders. So the Redskins knocking on the door. They'll go with a pro set. And with 2 solid running backs in the backfield, it's hard to guess pass. They've got a lot of weapons on this team. Do you pass it to Jones? Do you look for Bennett? Of course, now they have to throw the short pass. Do they leave 4 in the zone? Lots of choices here for Oakland. All is not lost. They'll do everything they can to hold the Redskins to a field goal. We are waiting for Keith's call. And that is going to be an inside run to Blount, and LeGarrette Blount is going to be stopped for no gain. Nice call. Nice call by Ron, who called run correctly. Now it's 2nd down. Now they're back in the 3-back and 2 tight end offense. Interesting, taking Julio Jones off the field. Not much benefit here to 2 tight ends who aren't very good blockers. Wow, great call. D'Angelo Williams keyed, and he loses a yard. So now it's 3rd down. Ball at the 3. So Ron and his Raiders are trying to hold the line and defy the odds and keep the Redskins out of the backfield. More importantly, keep this to a touchdown game. Once again, pro set offense, hustled onto the field. That's Rivers under center. And here comes an off-tackle run to Carlos Williams. Pass as guessed, but there's a linebacker in the zone and no gain. And congratulations to Ron successfully holding the Redskins out of the end zone. And the Redskins will settle for a field goal as we have found our way to the 2nd quarter. This will be the first play of the 2nd quarter. And Nugent will hit the chip shot. The Redskins are up 6-0, but congratulations to Ron. Fantastic job on that goal line stand that started at the 2-yard line. He stopped 3 consecutive runs. And the Redskins had to settle for a field goal, but they are up 6-0. They have scored on both of their drives. The Raiders have stalled on both of their drives. This time, for the second consecutive time, they are starting at their own 20. They've got a 2 tight end offense with Gilmore and Witten. And in the backfield this time is Mark Ingram. And here comes a pitch to Mark Ingram, and it is guessed wrong, and Ingram will gain 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4. Ingram, of course, the New Orleans Saint. One wonders how many carries he's going to split this year with free agent acquisition Adrian Peterson. 2nd down and 4. This is another inside run to Ingram, but it's guessed correctly by Keith Mowbray. And he only picks up 2 yards. So 3rd and 2 from his own 28. The Raiders. And here comes a pass. This one is caught, and it picks up 20 yards. And that is a dump-off pass. It is caught by running back Mark Ingram. He picks up 20 yards, and that is a 1st down for the Raiders on the dump-off pass. On 1st and 10, that's another run for Mark Ingram. He picks up 3. I'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Here comes a slant pass to Crockett Gilmore. Pass is guessed correctly, but Big Ben completes it over the middle. Gilmore picks up 11, and for the first time in the game, the Raiders find themselves in opposing territory. They are at the Redskins' 38-yard line and driving for a score that they hope will take the lead. They trail 6-0 with a little bit over 11 minutes to go in this SSFA wildcard game. So Ron has put together a nice drive here. Ingram goes up the middle, and he picks up 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. If you look at that line from left to right, got a right tackle 5, a left tackle, right tackle 5, a right guard 4, a center 5, but he has a 0 on the line as well. So you would think some of his runs are going to head over there to his strength to the right. It does this time, and Ingram is only able to pick up 2 yards. So that'll bring up 3rd and 1. Gilmore is a good run block 5, so there is some end run opportunity there, especially with the 4-rated linebacker plugging that hole. So let's see if he takes advantage. So 3rd and 1. Ball at the Redskins 29. Ron Atkinson and his Oakland Raiders, 9-7 heading into this playoff game against Keith Mowbray and his Washington Redskins at 10-6. So we are waiting Ron's play call. He did come out with a 2 tight end offense. Again, that's Gilmore on the left and Witten on the right. I guess if you're facing that way. On the screen, of course, that's reversed. Here comes a pitch to Ingram, and he keyed on Roethlisberger. It's guessed wrong, but that's not going to matter here. It's on the defensive card, but Ingram does pick up 2 yards, and that will be a 1st down. The onside end was Gilmore, which is a 5, and if you can see on the white die, it was a 5, and so he got the higher rating, which had he not gotten that, he would have been stopped in the backfield, and it would have been 4th down. So Gilmore makes the block. Ingram gets the 1st down. Here comes another run to Ingram, and that only picks up a yard. So early on, we can see Ron Atkinson working on the ground, putting Ingram in for run after run. And here comes yet another run. This one is off tackle, and this one picks up 5. So the ground game early, important for Ron, and it sets up a short 3rd down. 3rd down and 4 at the Washington 21. This is a big play early. Obviously, he doesn't want to settle for 3. He wants to march this into the end zone with a chance to take the lead. Once again, 2 tight end offense. Does he try another run here, or is he going to try a little short pass? Maybe a little flare to one of those zones. He is. He's going to John Brown. And the pass falls incomplete. So Roethlisberger unable to complete that pass. And Sebastian Janikowski splits the uprights. And that makes the score 6-3. So Oakland's kicker in Strat, Sebastian Janikowski, as in real life. So that kick is in the field of play, but it's a very, very short return. So Washington's going to take over at their own 17-yard line. They still lead 6-3 with 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No big turnovers in the game as of yet. Here comes a deep pass to Julio Jones. He's correctly double-teamed, and the pass falls incomplete. So Keith Mowbray trying to catch Ron sleeping. No can do on that play. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 17-yard line. We're just under 7 minutes to play in this SSFA wildcard game. Washington 10-6, leading Oakland 6-3. Here comes a 2nd down pass. This one to Martellus Bennett, and it's going to pick up 12 yards. So 1st down for the Washington Redskins at their own 29. Rivers has been highly accurate today, 8 for 11 for 81 yards. That was Martellus Bennett's first catch. Here comes an off-tackle run to Carlos Williams, and it picks up nothing. Carlos Williams has been shut down. He has 6 carries for only 11 yards. He has a dynamic running card, but has not been a factor as of yet in this game. Go to look for Carlos this time. Passing to Carlos. And Williams hauls it in and collects 4 yards on the play. So that'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Redskins. Ball at their own 33-yard line. They're going 3 wide. They have Carlos in the backfield. He's not much of a pass blocker. But with the linebacker run containment, you'd be hard-pressed to run with him here on a 3rd and 6 carry. Atkinson counters with a 3-3-5. Here comes a hitch to Julio Jones. They are double-teaming Hartline. And the pass is complete, and it's going to be a short gain. Wow. Julio Jones picks it up across the middle, and he rambles 19 yards into Raider territory. And that is another 1st down for Washington. There weren't very many rolls on Phillip Rivers' card that would have netted a 1st down. He just happened to find a short gain. And Jones picks up 19. On 1st and 10, here's a pass to Martellus Bennett. And Bennett catches it across the middle, and he is hauled down for a gain of 24 yards. If you are watching this and you are not quite understanding why the reading was 34 and he only got 24 yards, it's because in this league we play with the longest gain on a player's card is the longest gain that he will have in our league. And Martellus Bennett's longest gain for the year, 2015, was 24 yards, and so that's what he netted on that play. And while I was explaining that, Rivers once again, another pass, a dump off to Julio Jones that picks up 12 yards. Following that, another run by Carlos Williams who picks up 1 yard. So 2nd down and 9. Ball at the Raider 11, 2:42 to go in the half. Redskins up 6-3. That's guest wrong, Carlos Williams. And again, he rolls a 5. Wow. That was guessed wrong, but he had some bad luck there. He rolls a 5, so no yards on the play. Carlos, 8 carries, 12 yards. Such a dynamic card for the 2015 card set, and he didn't have a single carry this year, so no card for Carlos Williams. So we've got 3rd and 9, ball at the 11. This will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Keith Mowbray and his Redskins are up 6-3 against Ron Atkinson's Oakland Raiders. The winner will advance in the SSFA playoffs. We'll tell you a little bit about that in just a moment. Two tight end set for the Redskins. The Raiders counter with a 3-3-5. Here comes a curl to Julio Jones. He is not double teamed. Rivers' pass falls incomplete. On a hunch, it looks like Ron Atkinson was double teaming Ruben Randall. Interesting choice considering Randall was being guarded by a 6. But he was playing a hunch. Doesn't matter. The pass falls incomplete. Guessed right on Rivers' card. And Rivers is going to finish this half more likely than not with 140 yards passing on 12 of 16 throws. So Nugent lines up for the kick just as we've eclipsed the 2-minute warning. And Nugent's going to put this one through, and the Redskins are up 9-3. So the Raiders will have 1:52 to try to make something happen. Have a pause in the action. I'm not sure if the game has frozen. We'll wait to see if they come back here, if the animation catches up. If not, I'll log back in and we'll catch back up. Okay, I'm going to close the program and hop back in as fast as I can. Okay, we didn't lose too much action here. The Raiders have the ball on their 41, and it is 2nd and 10. I'll try to get back and catch up a little bit, see. Yeah, doesn't look like we'll be able to. So we're caught back up. Here comes a slant pass to Crockett Gilmore. The Redskins are double teaming Marcus Wheaton. And that pass is going to fall incomplete. And I'm sure that Ron Atkinson counts himself pretty lucky on that play. Ben Roethlisberger throws a pick, 2 through 7, 11, 12. On a guessed right short pass. You want to try to avoid those 10s, don't you? So now it makes it 3rd and 10. Ball at their own 41. Ron Atkinson's 9-7 Oakland Raiders trail Keith Mowbray's 10-6 Washington Redskins. The winner will advance in the SSFA playoffs. There were 3 wild card games. We'll talk to you about that in just a moment. This is the 3rd. So 3rd and 10, 3-3-5, trotted out by the Redskins. We got a 3-wide set. Roethlisberger's in the shotgun. That is Charles Sims to his hip. He's going to throw deep to Sims, but that's not going to happen because that is a sack for the Redskins. And once again, that is Ezekiel Ansaya, and he is effectively going to kill this drive. So with 1:07 remaining, Washington calls timeout as it appears they're going to get some pretty decent field position here. It's a 46-yard kick by Shane Leckler. And this is Marcus Murphy who will return it, but he will not pick up any yards. The ball will be at the Redskins 25. So let's see if they try to make something happen or if they're content to go into the locker room down 9-3. Rivers has thrown for 140 yards this first half, but the Redskins do not have a touchdown to show for it. He's been very efficient, 12 for 16 in the contest. So 3 wide set. That's Ruben Randall, Brian Hartline, possession receiver, and Julio Jones, deep threat extraordinaire. And this is a draw play to D'Angelo Williams. And it will pick up 4 yards, but the play stays in bounds. And Washington chooses to hurry up. It looks like. I don't believe they called a timeout there. So 2nd down and 6. Ball at their own 29. Keith Mowbray and his Redskins. There's a pass to Hartline. It's complete for 12 yards. And Hartline did not get out of bounds. I don't think that animation matched, actually. I don't believe he got out of bounds because they did not call timeout. The numbers didn't match there. So ball at the 41. This is a deep pass to Julio Jones. He is double teamed once again, and this time it's going to be intercepted. Picked off. The return goes all the way to the 41. That one is by Vontae Davis. So Vontae Davis picks it off and comes back 13 yards. Now Oakland has the ball with 22 seconds left, and you can guarantee they're going to start throwing very deep. See if they can get lucky with a deep pass. There are no penalties here, so there's no chance for interference. So it's go deep or go home. And as I say that, here comes a screen pass to Charles Sims, which picks up 4 yards, and Sims is able to make it out of bounds. But with only a 4-yard game, it doesn't really have much to show. 2nd down. With timeouts, the Raiders will have a max of 3 plays remaining. They do have all 3 of their timeouts, so they don't have to throw deep here, but they're going to have to start making some hay here with at least some short passes. And here comes a bomb to Donnell Inman. And that pass falls incomplete, bringing up 3rd and 6 with 8 seconds to play. The Raiders have all 3 of their timeouts. And here comes a short pass, this one to Travis Benjamin. It is guessed right. And Benjamin hauls it in and picks up 13 yards. That brings the ball to the 42, and that brings up a timeout. That would be a 59-yard field goal. I do not believe that Janikowski has the leg for that. Let's see if he trots him out. I don't believe he has the leg to kick that. Although someone listening to this broadcast is probably in their head saying with variable field goal range, maybe he could. But it's not going to matter. We're going to go with a 4 deep, so this is going to be a deep shot. He's got Inman, John Brown, Travis Benjamin, and Marcus Wheaton. So he does have a couple of deep threats. Washington counters with a 3-3-5. Ben can throw it deep. So I'm sure they're going to go for broke on this play. He definitely has 2 guys who are capable, Brown and Wheaton. But he's going to go deep to Donnell Inman. And the pass is going to fall incomplete, and we are at the half. And a well-played half for both teams. No turnovers on either side. 4 field goals for both teams. 3 for Nugent and the Redskins, and 1 for Janikowski and the Raiders. The Raiders probably feel pretty fortunate that they're only trailing by a touchdown, but they did an excellent job. The Redskins early in the second quarter, or late in the first quarter, and then drifted into the second quarter, had driven the ball all the way to the Raiders' 2-yard line, but was unable to punch it in. A goal line stand forced another field goal. It was the second field goal of the game for the Redskins, making the score 6-0. The Raiders countered with the field goal. The Redskins added another field goal in the second quarter, and that's where we find ourselves, 9-3. Doesn't look like the game is stuck. A lot of veterans understand that. If you're just tuning in, this is Strat-O-Matic football. This game has been around for decades, and the online version has been with us for about 20 years. There is a national following of this online game. Again, it's not your son's Madden, okay? This is a strategic, it's not a graphic-driven game. It is true to life to the board game, and it has a very loyal following all across the country. Lots of leagues are available. To learn more, visit Strat-O-Matic.com. So the Redskins, up 9-3 in this playoff game, are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. This is D'Angelo Williams off tackle. Guessed incorrectly, but Williams only picks up 3 on his reading on his own card. How to bring up 2nd down and 7. Washington, once again, is coached by Keith Mowbray, who was 10-6 in the Spring Strat-O-Matic Football Association. Well-established league run by Ed Barrow. It's a 24-team league in which every team with a winning record makes the playoffs. And this year there were 11 teams who finished 9-7 or above. Oakland finished 9-7 and qualified. Washington finished 10-6 and qualified. 3rd and 5. Here comes a pass to Martellus Bennett. It's a quick out. And Bennett is unable to make the catch. So Oakland holds on the Redskins' first drive. Oakland holds, and that will force a punt. And this is Ryan Allen. Allen boots at 46 yards. There will not be a return, and so the Raiders will take over on their own 20. 1st and 10. Just started the third quarter. SSFA wildcard game. This is the Washington Redskins, 10-6, coached by Keith Mowbray, against the 9-7 Oakland Raiders, coached by Ron Atkinson. And here comes a run to Mark Ingram, and he will pick up 16 yards, and that is a 1st down. Ingram had 8 carries for 28 yards in the first half. That now brings him to 9 carries for 44 yards. 1st down on their own 36, 2 tight end offense, which is what they've run for the majority of this game. Ingram has had most of the carries. His teammate Charles Sims had 1 or 2. So here comes a quick out to Witten. Oh, and the pass falls incomplete. So the Redskins threw out a short yardage defense there, which did put 1 man in the zone. However, that play is considered guessed wrong on a receiver card, and he hit the only reading that would have given him an incomplete pass. It was a 9. So that was a bad break for the Raiders. 2nd down, here comes an inside run to Ingram. And this time he's hauled down in the backfield. The white die reading of 6 came up, and as you can see on the card, it said offensive left guard. There's either going to be a 3-yard gain or a loss of 1 yard, and the left guard for the Raiders, as you'll note, is a 4. And so that's why he dropped a yard. The guard was not able to make the play. I've been playing online Strat-O-Matic football for 2 years, and I was lucky enough to see some playoff broadcasts by my good friends Tom Cook and Dennis Crowley, and that's why I'm into the game now. I'm in this league as well. I coached the Cleveland Browns, and I took them to a 8-8 record this year. I was unable to make the playoffs. That punt's going to sail into the end zone, so for the 3rd consecutive possession, the starting drive is going to begin at the 20-yard line. Like I said, I finished 8-8 this year. I did have the chance. I looked back and did note that I played the Redskins and was able to beat them early in the year. It was a very close game. I believe it was 30-26. It was very close, as I recall. And unfortunately, I fell to the Raiders 42-28, and it wasn't really even that close. So these are two very good coaches and very nice coaches, too, on top of that. That's a pass to Julius Thomas. That's a 14-yard reception and another first down for the Redskins. The Raiders and the Redskins did not meet in the regular season, so this is their first time competing. Rivers is having a strong game, 14 for 20 for 166 yards. Back to the 2 tight end offense. Here comes an inside run to Blount. It is guessed incorrectly, and he picks up 4 yards on the play. Again, as you'll note, the white die reading came up, and that was a 6. However, the Redskins center is a 5 rushing rating, and so you pick up the lesser note, the lesser value on the card, which in this case was a 4-yard gain. Had he been able to make the block, it would have been a 10-yard gain. That's a pass to Julius Thomas from Rivers, and that one falls incomplete. And again, if you're watching this game and you're just learning about the rules, if you'll note, with the 10 reading that came up, that is a 3-yard pickup or a 1-yard loss, but because that pass is over the middle, it is considered incomplete. That is a look-in pass. This is a draw play to LeGarrette Blount. And Blount goes through the middle, 15 yards, and a first down. So a gutsy call there for the Redskins, and the risk pays off. D'Angelo Williams, this time is the intended target on a button hook pass, but the pass falls incomplete. So second down, the Redskins now find themselves once again in Raider territory. 3 times they've been in Raiders territory, 3 times they have field goals. This is an off-tackle run, guessed wrong, to D'Angelo Williams, and he's going to turn upfield and pick up big yardage, 21 yards on the play, and another first down for the Redskins. They've been able to successfully move the ball, but it just has not translated into touchdowns. That's 15 first downs for the Redskins to 6 first downs for the Raiders. This is a slant pass to Julian Thomas. Pass is guessed correctly. There's only 3 in the zone, however, and this one's going to be another big gain, a pickup of 13 yards, and another first down for the Redskins, who already are up 9-3 and are looking to extend that lead. So here comes a quick out to Martellus Bennett. Again, the Redskins call pass. There's 1 man in the zone, and it only picks up 3 yards. Second down and 7 for the Redskins. We are past the midway point of the 3rd quarter. Washington leading 9-3. And on the move, deep in Raiders territory. 2 tight end set. Washington has alternated between a 2 tight end set and a pro set. And here comes a flat pass. It's a screen to D'Angelo Williams, and it picks up 5, so that'll bring up 3rd and 2. No flat pass available now. It's short pass or bust. So now they go back to the 2 running back offense. Martellus Bennett stays at tight end. Again, you've got Ruben Randall and Julio Jones. Julio Jones has been relatively quiet in this game. And it's going to be a short pass to Carlos Williams. It is guessed wrong. And this one's going to be caught. Carlos Williams is going to haul this pass in, and we have a touchdown for the Washington Redskins. That'll put the lead to 15-3. And they're going to go ahead and put this one through the uprights. So that was the 4th time the Redskins have made their way into Raiders territory, and this time pay dirt. So obviously the Raiders have some work to do. The Redskins have done a fine job of holding Ben Roethlisberger in particular. So here comes a crossing pattern. There's 3 in the zone. Guessed correctly. It is a pass, but there's 3 in the zone. This one's going to Marcus Wheaton. Wheaton has a so-so guessed right card, but when he does catch it, he does get big yards. And in this case here, 19 yards and a first down for the Raiders. As you can see on his card, he doesn't have a lot of successful chances there, but when he does catch it, there's that long gain hanging out at 11. That's a game changer. Here comes a pitch to Mark Ingram. Doesn't really go anywhere. Pickup of only 2 yards. Second down, here comes a crossing pattern. Defense double teaming the tight end Gilmore. Pass to Wheaton. Picks up 10. I need to make sure that wasn't a dump off. Yeah, it was. Okay, so John Brown catches the dump off pass and picks up 10 yards. On that play, Ben Roethlisberger is pressured. We play with what's called the dump off rule here. And in this case, 10-yard pickup and another first down. There's a deep pass, but the pass falls incomplete. The target was Marcus Wheaton. Wheaton is guarded by a 4, so it's worth taking a shot. But he was correctly double-teamed on the play. Nice call by Keith Mowbray. So Ron Atkinson is in Redskins territory for the first time this half. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here's an off-tackle run to Charles Sims, and it picks up 6 yards, and that is going to set up another third down, 3rd and 4. Ball on the Redskins 35. Raiders have been so-so on converting third downs. They're 3 for 8. Again, 2 tight end offense. And here comes an off-tackle run. It's guessed wrong. He needs 4 to get the first down. Let's see what he gets. Oh, he's going to get a short gain. He is going to pick up 10 yards. So a nice run for Ingram, who now has 55 yards on the day. And that moves the chains for the Raiders. Here comes another run. This time he goes around Gilmore. And they were able to pick up 4 on the play. So a nice block from Gilmore. Ingram picks up another 4 yards. It's 2nd down and 6. Clock moving. 1:16 here in the third quarter. And that pass is caught, but it's hauled down in the backfield. So Jason Witten, who has 4 catches today, but this time he's hauled down 1 yard in the backfield. So once again, it's 3rd down. This time, 7 yards. They do come out 3 wide. And the Redskins counter with the 3-3-5. So Ron Atkinson, a big call here. They do not want to settle for 3. They've got to look for 7. So here comes a quick out to Jason Witten. All the linebackers stay at home. And that pass is going to pick up only 3 yards. And that'll bring up 4th and 4 at the 19. Looks like the Raiders are going to go ahead and kick this field goal. So Janikowski lines up, and he punches it through. So again, they pick up 3, but they still trail by 10. And we've just entered the 4th quarter. So the Redskins, 10-6, looking to advance in the SSFA playoffs. This is Keith Mowbray squaring off against Ron Atkinson and his 9-7 Oakland Raiders. On the first play from scrimmage, here comes a curl pass to Julio Jones, but the pass falls incomplete. There was an interception possibility on that play. It was remote, but the pass falls to the turf, and it's 2nd down and 10. Ball at their own 20. The Redskins are leading 16-6. Out of the 2-back offense, that's Carlos Williams and LeGarrette Blount in the backfield. And here comes an off-tackle run. This time he's going to the right. It is guessed wrong. Oh, excuse me, it's guessed right. I apologize. Nice call by the defense. And LeGarrette Blount is stopped for no gain. That brings up 3rd and 10 for the Redskins. This would be a big stop for the Raiders. They would love to have that ball back. Plenty of time to go, but the Redskins need to start making some stops. Here comes a screen pass to D'Angelo Williams. There is a linebacker in the zone. Oh, it looks like it's a dump off again. Let's see. And it's a pickup of 20 yards. I believe, if I'm reading this correctly, I'm not exactly sure how that happened. I'm sorry. Anyway, it was a pickup of 20 yards for D'Angelo Williams and a 1st down. There was a man in the zone, yet it showed up as no man in the zone. I'm broadcasting, but I'm still learning this game. It's a complex game, but it's a lot of fun once you get the rules down. There's still some that I'm a little rusty on, apparently. Anyway, we pick up the action. We're at the 49. The Redskins have the ball. 3rd down and 1 from their own 49. And here comes a pass to Martellus Bennett, and it is caught. So the Redskins convert on 2 big 3rd downs and now have the ball at the Oakland 39. Just as important, that clock is rolling. Here comes a quick out to Julius Thomas. And that is a 7-yard pickup. And I've now figured out what had happened on that play. There is 0 men in the zone because we play in this league, I believe we play the 6-rated linebacker rule. And when the number comes up as a 6, if you don't have a 6 linebacker in that zone, it is considered 0 men in the zone. And so even if you keep a man there, if he's not rated a 6, when that white die comes up with a 6, it's considered 0 men in the zone. So the Redskins continue to move the ball. Here comes a 5-yard pass to Martellus Bennett, who is fast becoming the favorite target for Phillip Rivers. That's 6 catches now for Martellus for 50 yards. Rivers is 22 of 32 for 239 yards and 1 touchdown. He also has thrown 1 interception on a correct double team by the Raiders, Julio Jones. That pass falls incomplete. There was an interception chance on that play. On that flat pass, it was very remote, so the pass falls incomplete. 3rd down and 5, ball at the 24. 3 wide set for the Redskins. The Raiders counter also with 3 DBs. Here comes an inside run to LeGarrette Blount. He picks up only 3 yards as the linebacker containment finally comes through. So that'll stop him short. This field goal, however, is going to extend the lead, and it does. So Nugent kicks his 4th field goal of the game, moving the lead to 19-6. So at this point, this drive is going to be touchdown or bust. We're going to see he's going to have to stay on the field. This is going to be 4-down territory on every set of downs for the Raiders. So Ron Atkinson has some work to do, trailing 2 touchdowns, 19-6. So we're going to pick up the action after that brief pause. We lost connection, but we are back again. Let's set the stage. Oakland has the ball at their own 42. They are trailing the Washington Redskins 19-6. This is the wild card round of the SSFA playoffs. Ron Atkinson coaches the 9-7 Oakland Raiders. Keith Mowbray coaches the 10-6 Washington Redskins. The winner will advance in these playoffs. So with 6 minutes to play, the Raiders definitely need a touchdown on this drive and hope that they can hold the Redskins to a very short possession. Roethlisberger back to pass. That pass also falls incomplete, so now it's 3rd and 10. Baller on their own 42. Roethlisberger's had a so-so day. He's 15 of 24, but he only has 130 yards. So 3rd down, 3 wide set. Here comes a curl pass, this time to John Brown. They double-team, the Redskins double-team Jason Witten. And this pass is going to be caught. Oh, big play. Wow. John Brown, nice play. Hauls it in for 13 yards, and the Raiders are in Redskins territory. The time is definitely becoming a factor. 5:42 remaining in the 4th quarter. And here comes a square out pass to Brown. This one is caught behind. Oh, my. 4-yard loss on a flat pass attempt. I doubt we'll be seeing too many more of those. He's got to start throwing downfield. Brown is caught 4 yards behind the backfield, so it's 2nd down, line of scrimmage, 4 yards in the backfield. 2nd and 14 for the Raiders. Ball at the Washington 49. Got to start throwing downfield. And here comes that short pass, this one to Gilmore. Once again, the Redskins are double-teaming Jason Witten. So Roethlisberger Roethlisberger goes back to pass, and it looks like he had to dump one off. On the dump-off roll, he was looking for Ingram, and that pass once again falls incomplete. He was pressured and had to get rid of it. Ingram does not make the catch, and now it is 3rd down and 14 for the Raiders. Travis Benjamin, Josh Brown, Marcus Wheaton are the 3 wide receivers for Roethlisberger, who is in the shotgun. Charles Sims is at his hip. Jason Witten at tight end. The Redskins counter with the 3-3-5. And here comes a pass to Travis Benjamin. There are 4 in the zone. It is obviously called correct. Looks like we're going to have another dump-off pass. It is, but it only picks up 11 yards. Oh, wow, bad break. He's pressured. He makes the catch. That was Charles Sims out of the backfield. He does pick up 11 yards on the play. Pass was intended for Benjamin. Big Ben was flushed out of the pocket, makes the throw to Charles Sims. He does pick up 11 yards, but it sets up a 4th down and 3. And here comes a crossing pattern. This one is passed to Wheaton, and oh, he's sacked. Roethlisberger is sacked by Ezekiel Anzaya, his 3rd sack of the game. And that very well may do it. 3:54 remaining for the Redskins. Now all they need basically is 1 more first down, maybe 2 more first downs, and they can end this game. The Raiders do have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Here comes an off-tackle run to Carlos Williams. Guessed wrong. And Williams is hauled down in the backfield for a loss of 1. Very ineffective today. 9 carries for 11 yards for Carlos Williams, who has a very dynamic rushing car, but today, ineffective. The Raiders do not call timeout, and that brings up 2nd down. Ball at the Redskins 41, trying to kill the clock. Here comes a pitch out to D'Angelo Williams. No linebackers in the zone, but he is hauled down at the line of scrimmage, and that brings up 3rd down. The Raiders probably will call timeout here. Let's see. They do not. So more time is exhausted from the clock. 3rd down and 11 for the Redskins. 3 wide set. The Raiders counter with the 3-3-5. Again, the winner of this contest is going to advance in the SSFA playoffs. And here comes a button hook. This would be a look-in pass to D'Angelo Williams. It is guessed right. It only picks up 4 yards. And this time the Raiders looks like they've called timeout on that play. I'm wondering if the animation is not catching up, because I didn't think that play would actually take that much time off the clock. It does. 2:24 remaining. The Raiders let the ball go into the end zone after that Allen punt. So they have the ball at their own 20. 2:06 remaining, down 2 scores. Roethlisberger is going to have to find some magic here very late. They do have some plausible deep threats on this team, and the Redskins have several 4s at corners, so there are options, but time is fleeting. This is a crossing pattern. This would be a short pass to Travis Benjamin, and this is going to get some yards. It's only going to get 11, but it is a completion and a first down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Raiders have 2 timeouts remaining, but more importantly, they're down 13 points, and even more importantly than that, there's only 2 minutes to go. So the Raiders got to start marching downfield and fast. Again, the 4 wide set. Here comes a bomb to Marcus Wheaton. The Redskins chose to double team a couple of other players. This pass is going to go deep, and it is going to be picked off by the Redskins. And that will do it. That was Patrick Chung for the Redskins. That's going to effectively end this game. The Raiders have 2 timeouts remaining. The Redskins just need to burn a little bit of clock here. So congratulations to Keith Mowbray. Ron Atkinson, you called an excellent game. But Keith Mowbray will move to the next round of the playoffs. And here comes a pass, wow, to Julio Jones, and that picks up 20 yards. The Raiders will not call timeout. That leaves a minute 7. And I would suspect that we would start seeing some runs at this point. And here comes the first one. This is LeGarrette Blount. Let's see if the Raiders decide to call timeout. And that will pick up 7 yards for Blount. And the Raiders will not call timeout, so this should end the game. Rivers probably will take a knee here, and that will be all she wrote. So congratulations to Keith Mowbray. He will move on in the SSFA playoffs. And again, congratulations to Ron Atkinson. 9-7 season, qualified for the playoffs. Way to go, Ron. And Keith, congratulations to you. As we wait this last call, we'll go through the box score and we will turn everybody loose. Again, this was a wild card game in the SSFA playoffs. The Redskins will advance. So congratulations to Keith. Ron, best of luck next year. We'll take a moment to review the box score. So we'll look at the offensive stars. First of all, we can't talk about the offensive stars without first talking about the defensive star, unquestionable. Ezekiel Anzaya for the Redskins had 3 stacks. 2 of them were absolute killers for the Raiders. He had an outstanding game, bringing that heat. Phillip Rivers for the Redskins finished with 263 yards with 25 completions out of 35 attempts. He also had 1 touchdown. Nugent for the Redskins had 4 field goals out of 4 attempts. Their carries were split. No real stars there. Julio Jones amazingly caught 100 yards, 6 catches for 100 yards, but that was about the most quiet 100 yards that you are going to find. In fact, his max reception was 20 yards. But that was a very, very quiet 100 yards. Martellus Bennett also tied for the lead in catches with 6 for 50. Ben Roethlisberger, 19 of 30. No touchdowns, obviously, and 1 interception. Sebastian Janikowski, their kicker, had 2 successful field goal attempts, finished with 6 points. D'Angelo Williams, 10 carries for 46 yards for the Redskins. Not really much here as far as stats that stick out from an individual perspective. One thing that I noticed throughout the game, Washington again was very effective in moving the ball, even if they only wound up with 4 field goals and a touchdown. However, 19 points is 19 points. They were successfully able to convert every time they got into Raider territory, with the exception of 1, I believe. They also finished with 21 first downs. Seemed to control possession, although that's not usually an indicator of a win or a loss, but they did have the ball 34 minutes to 25 minutes. Nothing really here stands out statistically. Nobody went crazy. But it was a well-coached game on both sides. Only 1 turnover for each team, no fumbles. So it was a clean game. Well done, Keith. Congratulations to you as you proceed through the Spring Strat-O-Matic Football Association playoffs. And Ron, best of luck to you in the offseason. I appreciate everyone joining me. I had a good time broadcasting this, and I hope that you will join us again as we continue to broadcast more SSFA playoff games. I wish you the very best. Good evening, everyone. This is Michael Reeves signing off.